What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm happy to see you, and I hope you're doing good wherever you are today. In case you're coming across this channel for the first time, welcome and thank you for your time. We love you, and I hope you will also love us back. So, in this video today, I want us to talk about the current situation of the state of affairs in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And as you know, I believe most of us know that currently the situation in Eastern Congo, in the city of Goma and the regions around, there's been a lot of tension. Just to call it plainly, war broke out a few days ago, and the alleged M23 rebels and AFC, of course, an alliance of rebels, managed to infiltrate and take over the city of Goma. And actually, as we talk, they were getting so close, the last time I checked, to the next very crucial city of Mkavu. I think that is the name. And it had me, think, and actually reminded me of one time when the current president of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, once said that Goma will never fall. But the truth is, currently Goma has fallen, because he meant that Goma would never be under the control of rebel groups. First of all, as we might know, most of us know that the M23, the rebel groups, have existed in the Eastern DRC for long. I mean, they didn't just come up and took over the city. So there's been fight, there's been tension in Congo for decades. There was a time when there was a dialogue. The M23 were defeated, and then there was a dialogue. But somehow they returned back and said that they were shortchanged, according to the dialogue that was back in around the early 2010s. Now, so people are fleeing the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, and they're disappearing. And I thought maybe we need to talk about this because, of course, everybody is talking about it. And it's our business as Africans. Now, this is how we want to talk about this. This is how I want us to, we need to have a different perspective of this. So, whenever we talk about, in these many YouTube videos, anytime we talk about the Democratic Republic of Congo and the instability in this region, everybody is always focusing on the mineral resources of the DRC. And the most vital thing, much more important thing, we forget to talk about when we're talking about the Republic of the Congo are the people, because the people of Congo are far much important than the natural resources. Okay, to get things clear, we know that Congo in Africa is quite rich in mineral resources. And the Congo especially is so rich. And the eastern part of Congo is extremely rich in these natural resources. But let's talk about natural resources as the second point. Let's first talk about the people of Congo, because the problem with us Black people and people of this continent is we always have a westernized, I think it is part of the colonial legacy. It's part of the brainwash that is installed in us as well, that we always have a perspective of viewing things from that Western perspective. You know, when you go into an argument, you always argue for things that matter to you. The points that matter to you. That's why anytime we're talking about the Democratic Republic of the Congo, we talk about the natural resources. Probably that should tell us that maybe the only good thing we see in the Congo are the natural resources, sadly forgetting the most important point, which is the people of Congo. Um, Mixed reactions have ensued after the takeover of Goma by the M23. And we saw, of course, the sound of guns all over as the army of the DRC tried to repel the M23. That was one scene that has been doing all rounds on social media. Another thing, we also saw people fleeing. People are trying to find an escape route. Desperate situation of people trying to seek peace elsewhere. People being displaced, and then another one. Of course, we saw what was happening far away, miles in Kinshasa, the DRC's capital city, where there were demonstrations. We saw the Congolese people, march in town, and they actually protested against Western powers in their country and all other people that they believe are causing the problem in their country. They burned down and they, vandalized the embassies, I think, of the United States, France, Belgium, and then in Africa, of course, Rwanda and Kenya, my country, as well, fell victim. So what do the people of the Congo want? And this is very important because I always say, anything that affects one black person affects all black people. If you touch one black person, you essentially are touching all black people. The situation of Congo is directly affecting or indirectly affecting all of us as black people in the continent of Africa. In Kenya today, we have an influx of Congolese refugees in the country. In one way or the other, then that is causing an impact. Then we need to think about what is happening, because it's now touching Kenya directly in all the regions around, and Congo being such a huge country, and again with so many people, and strategically and geographically placed most central in the continent, then this is going to send shockwaves around the whole country. Losing lives, one life is, one too much to think about losing it. So what is the situation? What can we do to help this situation? Because we need to put people first. Who are the M23? What do they want? What does the country's political class want? Because the people of Congo deserve peace than anything else, first and foremost. So one time, the president of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, was asked whether the M23 rebels are Rwandans or Congolese. And he said Congolese. So these are our people. That despite how we might view them, these are our people. They're trying to express something. They're trying to say something. So I think it is better. It is better because the means, these military means that we're trying to use to solve the situation has definitely failed. So why don't we try dialogue? Why don't we try to talk amicably and solve things out and remove that Western perspective of seeing only mineral resources in the Congo? Why don't we try another means? Why don't we listen to everybody? Because everybody matters. So where does Rwanda come in? So Kinshasa, and I think the entire the West has blamed Rwanda for backing and financing the M23 rebels. Kinshasa also accuses the neighboring country of Uganda as well for backing the M23 rebels. But then we need to sit down for the sake of the people. I think the political class, the international community need to sit down to talk with the M23 rebels instead of trying to repel them militarily, because who is hurting the most? Those people that don't even have a means to escape from the war zone are always the ones that are paying with their lives whenever situations like this happen. So why don't we talk to them and find a line of balance to try and solve the situation? So I think it's time to put the people of Africa, the people of the Congo first, and try to solve it this way. When I saw the people of Goma celebrating when the new sheriff took over the city of Goma, then it had me thinking, differently. It had me, have a different perspective. If these people are welcoming those that we call rebels, then maybe there is something that those that should be depended upon to help the people have terribly failed. So I think in as much as we might be seeing the M23, the AFC as rebels, these are the people of this region. These are the people that, because nobody goes to war for fun. War is not a hobby. I mean, losing lives is not a hobby, is not fun to anybody. These are people that are tired with these such kind of African regimes, and one are forcefully trying to seek a change. Because if the people on the ground are receiving them with jubilation, then probably it's time not to view these people as rebels, but to talk about these people, to talk to these people, to listen to these people. The president of the country is saying that they are Congolese because they are Congolese. And even if they belong to the neighboring country of Rwanda, even if they belong to Uganda, even if they belong to anywhere else, we are inevitably one people. Those imaginary lines, so-called the borders, cut across communities, basically, and they divided families. So you find that one on the other side, we have Congolese families who are directly related to those living across the other side of the border in either Burundi, in either Rwanda or Congo. So these are just the same people. So let's forget about these borders, these imaginary lines, and let's go to the point. Let's think about the people of Africa as a whole. Now, there's been a lot of attempts to, dialogue to diffuse the situation. There was one in Angola, there was one in Kenya. There was a time Kenyan troops under the East African community, because Congo is part of the East African community, went to Goma to try and, oversee the removal of the rebel groups, which they were shortly then after met with a certain resistance by the people of Congo, because they were accused of going to bed with the enemy. Now, the thing is, the East African peacekeepers, when they went there, they did not go there to tackle, head on the rebels, but to oversee. But then Kinshasa tried to imply at some point that they needed to have gone there to fight. So that simply means, another point right here is, it is a shared responsibility. It is a joint problem, because had it not been our concern, then why would Kenyan soldiers be there? Now, currently, we have about a dozen unalived soldiers from the SADC, from South Africa. So the South African army then came later after the Kenyan, and for them they went to the war, and we have some who lost their lives when the M23 attacked. I mean, ambushed. So it tells you it is a joint problem for African people. If it doesn't bother you, then why would you have your soldiers, your boats, your troops on that soil? Now, South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, every other country in Africa are a victim. So why don't we bring our heads together and try to see this thing and put the people of Africa first? Number two, let's talk about the natural resources. So this is how I'm going to put it. Did you know that electronic, the phone you're using maybe to watch this video, could be the one that is fueling the chaos, the conflict, the war in the in the Democratic Republic of the Congo? Now, we know that Congo is rich, extremely rich, with the mineral resources that are needed to manufacture that gadget you're using to watch this video. Tungsten, tin, tantalum, and cobalt are extracted in huge quantities in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And Congo actually alleges that in the eastern part of the Congo, there are over 500 unrecognized, or let me call them clandestine companies, that are looting its resources. And where are the resources going? Because the people that we should put first are not benefiting from the fruits of their land. Who is benefiting? A few months ago, is it months or weeks, the Congo sued the manufacturer of your iPhone for, fueling the chaos in the Congo to get an opportunity to loot resources to manufacture your iPhone, and as well as your Samsung and that other brand, whichever brand you're using, In another alleged accusation by Kinshasa and I think the UN, the hypocrites of the UN, they accused the neighboring country of Rwanda of having used the M23 rebels to embezzle, to loot over 150 metric tons of natural resources out of Congo, I think into Rwanda, and then of course they're flown out to wherever they go to, because the people of Congo don't benefit, and neither do the people of Rwanda really benefit either way. So talking about the natural resources, the people that need to be benefiting from these natural resources of the Congo are the Congolese people first, are the people of Eastern Congo, are the people of Goma and all the surrounding regions, and then Africa, and then the surplus can go wherever. But guess who is taking the bullet and not benefiting at all? I think we need to start putting the people of Congo first, and nobody else is interested in the people of the Congo other than we ourselves need to. It's a wake-up call for you, the people of Africa. And then we think about these natural resources as a second point, and how they are going to benefit our people. I don't know what you think about this conflict. Let me know what you think in the comments. Share and like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I definitely would ask you to subscribe for more content. So until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.